Can everybody hear me now? There we go. Got a special guest tonight, Lana. We're gonna get this started with this respectful and friendly debate with Fraud or the Troll here. Can you hear me?
Just barely. It's real low.
How about now? Okay. I think my mic was muted. I think my mic was I just turned my mic on. Can you hear me now? J-Town, can you hear me? All right. Anyways, we got Fraud or the Troll. Going to kick this debate off. I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Very good, very good. So I want to say first off, I heard you are a veteran, so thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right, great. So Lana is there. That's a nice surprise. Can you hear us, Lana?
Just barely. Y'all are really low, but I can hear you.
Okay, his mic is good. I can hear him real well. So yeah, I'm live with my audience too. We have like almost 300 people watching. So thank you for this debate. Lana is a plus, so that's awesome. So let me say why I wanted to interview you. So how should I call you? By your channel name or your first name? Or?
But first is fine.
Yeah, first is good to go.
Okay, Russell. All right, I'm Josh, by the way, if you guys didn't know my first name. Okay, so yeah, Russell. So I was really interested in debating you because of that video at the school board where you were trying to get into the hallway and there was some altercation. And then the police came. You wanted the man arrested. And you're like, here's my Department of Defense card. And that really piqued my curiosity because it's the first time that I hear a frauditor, First Amendment auditor, however you want to call it, that kind of works for the government, right? So that really piqued my curiosity. But I'm glad you agreed to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna ask you questions about that down the road. And obviously, of course, you don't want to answer. That's fine. But yeah, so you want to get started first? You said you had some questions too.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and answer that question for you right now that you just brought up.
Okay, great.
It's an ID card. It's an identification card. It's valid. I'm a disabled veteran. It's an identification card. FOIA, do what y'all got to do. It's valid.
No, I'm not. I was never implying that it was fake. That's not what I was implying. But so the Department of Defense, it's like, so you're a contractor for them, or?
No. Listen to what I said. I'm a disabled veteran, and I was given that identification card. And
okay, got it.
That's it. Yep. That's all there is about it. It's legal. It's valid, and I use it for benefits.
Got it. No, I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a list of questions, but since we're on your channel, go ahead. If you have any questions, you can start.
Yeah. Do you mind showing your face on camera?
Oh no, of course not.
Why not?
You already know that. We talked about it backstage. So we don't show our faces for a couple of reasons. First of all, we have kids and we value our privacy. And also, we've had a lot of threats from people in your community saying like, oh, I'm going to show up at your daycare and crazy shit like that. So we value our privacy. So that's why we're not doing that.
Do you have any proof of that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, video proof.
So you have proof. You have proof of people saying that they're going to show up at your daycare. I'd love to see it because.
For sure. If you send me your email, I have. Oh yeah, I have proof.
I would love to see it only because that way I could talk to this particular. I mean, who is it? Do you mind calling them out?
Oh no, but that situation is solved. It was with another YouTuber, and we had some issues. He was trying to dox us, and that situation is 100% solved. So it's no longer a problem. But when you have a family, you have to make you have to make the right choices. And I would love to show my face. Trust me, like I would be able to connect so much more with the viewers and be able to have a more personal relationship. It would be the best thing for my channel. But would it be the best thing for my family? No, of course not.
So you're concerned about your privacy.
Yeah.
Okay. I can respect that, privacy in your own home.
Of course.
And in your own, in the confinements of your private property. I can understand that. And you brought up a good point about threats being made against you and everything. And I think that's on both sides of the board. I mean,
I agree with you.
It's your subscribers, it's your viewers that, that don't like us standing up for the Constitution. And then it's this side of the viewers that do these threats and do this stuff towards public employees, which I don't condone that whatsoever. I don't promote to call. I don't promote not to call. However, I do support whichever public entity gets, threatening calls against public employees' lives. And I've already made it very clear that I will cooperate with any law enforcement investigation, because I don't think that's right to threaten them with their lives. Now, however, I've seen emails that have been sent to public employees cussing them out, telling them what a piece of trash they are, and, how they act, and they shouldn't be acting like that. And then those emails are forwarded as a threat. That's not a threat. And if you're taking somebody giving you negative criticism because of how you're acting towards the public, then you don't need to be a public employee. You need to go work in the private sector, because you're going to get that negative criticism and you're going to get that positive criticism as a public employee. And a majority of them that I've seen can't understand that. They just can't take that negative criticism. It's like, you disagree with me, then
we'll talk about
disagree with me, then
employees.
you're no longer, then we're having, now you're being disruptive because you're disagreeing.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I just want to say it clear now that we have on your channel people on both sides sending threatening emails, whether it's to the frauditors or the anti-frauditors, is not cool. Like, I don't support that. And doxing, threatening emails, nobody wants to see that unless just the very degenerate content creators approve this type of stuff. So I'm glad we agree on that basis. I don't like, guys, let me say this very clear. Don't ever send threatening emails to frauditors. It's not, it doesn't make any sense, and it's not going to fix anything. And but moving on. So I have a list of questions, and then feel free, we can go one-to-one. And it's great that Lana is here, because Lana was actually in one of the questions, and then she can answer for herself, right? So that would be great. So let's start with something a little bit more casual. So when you went to the landfill, and the woman asked you, "Are you Glenn Serio?" Do you know who he is?
I do know who he is now. However, at that moment in time, I did not. When I was asked that question, that's the reason why I made the reply of, "Who is that?" Because at that moment in time, I didn't know who he was. And then I don't think I look like Glenn Serio. I mean, a lot of the trolls and stuff say I do, but whatever, that's their First Amendment right to say that. I could really care less.
I mean, I would never fat shame anybody. That is not my place. And I don't believe in that, but I put you guys side by side, but the outfit is pretty similar. So you have the flip-flops, the shorts, and that's why she might have mistaken you. But anyways, I just wanted to ask that question. Okay, so
does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
No, I meant, like, does it matter if I'm wearing shorts?
No, I don't care what you dress like.
Or if I'm wearing flip-flops, does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter. Well, if you're trying to portray a professional journalist, it kind of does. Like, journalists tend to act and dress a certain way. So yeah, it does. But
so I have to look like CNN in a suit.
No. You don't have to look like CNN. But the woman had a valid like concern. Like you tried to go on a landfill where there are heavy machinery,
No,
and you're not. No.
no. I never once said, "Can I enter the landfill?"
Oh,
Nor was I ever trying to enter the actual physical landfill. I was in the
so you
public
just
area
wanted
of
to
the
stay
parking
in the
lot.
lobby, right?
In the public area of the parking lot. Not once did I say I want to go inside to the landfill up that hill where all the trash was getting and everything.
Yeah. Well, that was a great video. Now that's another question I have. When you're like, oh, the public areas of the parking lot, like, why? Just why? Like, what's so interesting? What's the point? Just why? Like, it doesn't have anything to do with the cops or anything. Um, I just don't understand. Like, why? What's so interesting about going to a landfill?
A landfill in general, nothing. Just it's where recyclables go. It's where the city, the county, the trash goes. However, a tip sent me out there, and I'm glad I went because I'm uncovering some stuff that's going on out there as far as tax wise and stuff like that. So for one, it doesn't matter if I go to the landfill or not. I can go if I want to. It's a publicly accessible area, and
Well, it was proven that it wasn't.
no, it's proven that it is.
Okay, so here's my question. Here's an issue I had with your video, because the sheriffs came, they told you weren't allowed there, that it was like leased or something by the city to this private company. And then as the sheriff was explaining it to you, you muted him and put your own narrative over it. So what was he saying?
At which point?
So towards the end of the video, I believe there's two sheriffs that show up, right? So
There's two videos. There's the initial interaction that I had that's not.
No, I'm talking about the second.
The second, if you've noticed, the deputy said, first he said it's sold, then he says it's been leased out. So nobody knew what it was. Nobody could confirm what it was. And after I left, I did my research. It's county-owned property. It's county-owned property. It's even in the fiscal year 2023 budget for taxes. A small portion of taxes still going to it. So therefore,
but why mute him when he was talking? It's like he was talking, and then you muted him. You can see him. He's talking. He's explaining something, but you put your own voiceover over it.
Oh, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Go back to the original video.
Okay, so that was a snippet from the original video. Is that what you're saying?
No, the second video was the follow-up, was the overall story of everything that I've put together from it. The first video was my interaction of me being out there. So
right.
There's two. See, I'm the one that does follow-ups, and I do investigate, and I look into things, and I start pulling open records, and I start piecing, try my, do what I can to piece stuff together. So therefore, and I'm pretty sure it's the viewers on your side, which is something I don't understand, is if you don't like the content, don't watch it.
Oh no, we like to watch your stuff, but on my channel though,
yeah, that's a question I got for you later too.
Oh, perfect. No, I love this. Is it gonna be a fair use question? Because
no, it ain't a fair use. No, it's not.
Okay.
No.
Okay, go for it. I'm excited. Tell me.
On your channel, do you have any original content?
Yes.
Where? I couldn't find it. You have to tell me where.
I can even so I have deep fakes.
Well, other than live streams.
Okay, well first of all, commentary channel, once you transform the content, it becomes original. So all of the content is original. But on top of that, we have deep fakes, which are done with a deep fake app, and that's not coming from any frauditors. We have musical specials that I recorded with my computer, my piano, our voice over it alongside.
Hold on. I think I can answer this for you. You take the content that we go out and create, you take it and then recreate it in your own thing, our video and audio, but put your audio and music spin to it.
Well, no, that was a mashup of around like 40 clips plus Pink Floyd's back, a show.
No. Hold on.
Yeah,
you misunderstood what I said. I'm very sorry. This is yes or no. So you take the content that we create, put it on your channel, and add additional audio and visuals. And
yeah,
stuff
I
like
transform the content. Yes,
exactly. You transform our content.
Absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes,
that's what I was getting to. It has nothing to do
yeah.
with fair use. I mean, you're fair to use it. I understand that whole thing.
Yeah. I transform your content. Without frauditors, there is no channel. Of course, 100%.
Exactly. So without us, y'all would have no content.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad we agree on that, because
no, it's true.
That's something we do agree on, because without us creating content,
let me tell you, I love YouTube so much, so that if something happens to the frauditors, I already have my plan B and C. They're active right now, and that's the form of other channels. So if something happens to the frauditors, let's say tomorrow YouTube says no more First Amendment audits on YouTube, it's possible. I already have 2 or 3 other channels that are currently have subscribers, make money, and I'm gonna just focus on that.
But here's the caveat to that.
Yeah.
If YouTube says no more auditing, no more of these videos, which I highly doubt they would do that, because it's $1 million industry that is gaining Google funds. I highly doubt they would do that. But if they did, I guarantee you it would probably take, I would say, 6 months. 6 months, there will be another platform for this sort of material.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's Rumble, there's Odyssey, but personally I wouldn't go there, because like it's too small. YouTube is just a giant, a massive like elephant that squashes everything. And the only one that is capable of kind of doing a dent in their views is TikTok, and that's in the form of shorts content. But just for an example, I can tell you, that's cool, Frank Pence. I appreciate.
I clicked the wrong one, man. I'm sorry.
No, I don't care, man. Dude. I don't care.
There we go. That's the one I was trying to click, man. My bad.
Yeah,
My bad.
First
like
Amendment.
I said, I'm gonna keep this respectful.
No, First Amendment all the way, bro. First Amendment, go for it. So to anybody that think it's just copying, I challenge you to edit a frauditor video. It takes a lot of time. Editing is not as easy as it looks. And if you don't do good edits, nobody will watch it. You have to kind of have a personality. Many have tried, and not everybody succeeds. A lot of people succeed, but you have to bring something to the table. Because if you're just copying the frauditor's content, barely talking, or just doing lousy commentary, nobody will watch your video. So
you're saying that I could grab a frauditing video that you reproduce. I can grab it from you, turn around and re-edit it and spin it to my own will, and then turn around and put it out on my channel making fun of you.
Oh, 100%. I know,
but that's pointless. Do you see how that's, well, I mean, to me, that's pointless, because I'm going to create my own content. Because
we're not in the same genre. I'm in the entertaining genre, and you are what you believe to be in the educational genre.
But here's the thing too, as well.
I'm here to entertain.
Here's the thing too, as well, though. Now, this is highly, highly important, and I love it. And I'm going to tell you, please keep grabbing my videos. I really don't like the way you make me. The last video, I believe I watched, I was watching it today. I don't really like the way you did my sound, but whatever.
You mean transforming your voice?
Yeah. Transforming my voice made me sound like Mickey Mouse or something. But no. I mean, I thought it was kind of funny. But anyways,
exactly my point. You thought it was kind of funny.
Here's the important thing.
Yes.
Here's the important thing. Guess what?
Yeah.
The content of exposing our public and government employees and protecting the Constitution is being exposed even on y'all's channel. Even though you're exposing my content and spinning it to however you want to spin it to, it's still, people are still watching it even on your channel, because I've had someone email me, or it's been 2 or 3 people that's emailed me that has said, holy cow, that they were on your side of the fence. And it's like, holy cow, I cannot believe people acted that way. And I'm sure it's vice versa. You know, I'm
yeah.
sure
There's a lot of people that used to support frauditors, and then they're like, you know what? After seeing your stuff, I think they're a joke. I think they're a real joke. But yeah, I 100%. It's all a matter of perspective, right? So I make a video on you. On your side, they might praise you, and on my side is the exact same video. I try not to leave out any important context. So I would never make a misleading video. Like, let's say you got kicked out of a building, and then you talked to the cops, and you were able to talk your way back in. I would never leave that part out and try to mislead my viewers that, you know, something happened that didn't, right? So yeah, but no problem. So I have a question here from one of my subscribers, Max Redstone. Thank you, Max. He says, Georgia transparency, was it worth losing your investigator job?
Who said I lost my license? Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Say the question again.
Was this worth losing your investigator job?
My job? I mean, yeah, I stood up for my rights. I stood up for the Constitution. And did I lose my job? Yes. Did I lose my license? No.
Okay, so you're still a private investigator.
My license is still active, but I'm not doing that at this time.
Yeah, and that's what fascinates me. Fascinate may be a big word, but you seem like you're not like some of these guys. Okay, like have you heard of Silence Boy?
Who?
First Amendment auditor, Silence Boy.
I guess he doesn't talk during when he films.
Yeah. Well, basically, Silence Boy, SGV in California, what they do is they don't audit the government, public officials. They audit the regular folks trying to earn a living, like restaurants, people on the sidewalk eating a sandwich.
Oh,
and,
no.
So that's trash. Like that's what we're really after.
No.
You're part of it too. You don't do that, but you're like in the same category of First Amendment auditors. So that's just trash, and we can't stand that shit. Or audit jewelry stores, audit banks.
I like how you say that category, First Amendment auditors. I guess I could be in that category. However, I demand transparency, and I demand that our government and public employees treat us with respect, because not in one of my videos out of, I don't know how many I have loaded or have released, I have not gone into any public facility and start cussing and start raising to high heaven like some of the actions I get from some public employees.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. I've never heard you curse out a public official. But for you,
I have.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I didn't say that.
I have one time. No. I have one time. It was once, and I wasn't cursing them out.
But you responded.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, what I was gonna say is like you have a little bit of a passive aggressive, snarky attitude on you, where you're like, oh, okay, and you're like, there's sarcasm, but that's fine. That's your right. That's all good. I'm just saying you're not without reproach here. You do have a little bit of a. Do you agree, or am I the only one seeing this?
I think I do when my rights start to get trampled on.
Okay.
Yeah, I do when my rights start to get trampled on. Yeah, I do. I've even got positive stuff on Georgia Transparent. I mean, we've done positive things. I mean, we've done positive stuff at animal shelters. Just recently, a while back, me and J-Town in Monroe, we had a very amazing interaction with Paula. Miss Paula in the Monroe, the old courthouse in there, how she was just explaining to us all this, history about it. And we stood there and we listened to her. We talked to her. If you notice, if we were looking for a negative reaction, then we would have left that. We would have got out of there a lot faster than we did.
Yeah. So
because
you posted the video. How did it do?
I don't know. Honestly, probably
It's,
probably the same as my other videos.
oh, really?
I monitor them, and it gets to a point where I've released a few more. I might go back here or there, but
Oh, see, I'm all about the analytics, and I find that when it's a positive encounter, sometimes other frauditors won't even post it because it doesn't get as much views. But it's all good. I have a question though. I wanted to ask, and I did a big exception for you. How come you wanted the debate to be on your channel? Is there a particular reason?
not just because I did.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I've done a debate on other people's channel only
The
one time.
well, I mean, sir, and you've got your subscriber base. I've got my
Is,
subscriber base,
is,
and
is there is there a channel?
Sorry, you're
You
glitching,
have it on
Lana.
your channel.
Well,
Okay.
no, it's fine. We're on both channels right now. I have like almost 440 people watching, and it was just a question. That's all good. No, it's just I've only done one other debate like this, and it was with Fake Mike Real News. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but the reason why I wanted you to come on my channel is because that way I can bring subscribers in, and then they can ask you questions as well. So maybe down the road you could consider this. And sometimes we have attorneys, officers, current officers, ex-officers that have really good questions for the interviewee. So maybe down the road we could do that. But anyways, that was just a question like that. So here, if you have a question, I'm gonna whip out my list and I'll ask you after.
I got a question for you, and this is something I haven't seen. The frauditing channels post every time somebody as far as somebody conducting a First Amendment audit gets arrested or whatever happens negative. There's a lot of stuff going on today, like police officers being arrested for child molestation, DUIs, all of this stuff. How come the frauditing channels won't put the police corruption or police being sentenced for heinous crimes on their channels?
That's a great question. I love it. I've received it before. And trust me, I'm not for cops doing corrupt stuff, stealing, drunk driving. Like, I think cops should be punished even more because they're held to a higher standard. But there are a lot of other channels.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So you do this for the money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Exactly. You do it for the money. You take our content for the money because it makes money. You don't care about exposing. You don't care about how the government.
Oh, no, acts. I care about my job 100%. I absolutely care a lot about the frauditors, and especially the ones that audit jewelry stores and harass people on the sidewalk.
But
I'm very passionate about it. No, let me explain to you. There's a genre. My channels is for the frauditors. I don't approve of cops doing crooked things, but there are 50,000 other channels that people can go watch that. Here we focus on one topic only, and that's the frauditors. And as to doing it for the money, I spend 9 hours a day editing. So I'm not going to do it for free. I am not going to do it for free. If you want to know about my background, I used to have.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead, Lana.
Can I interject? And when I hear this, a lot that you're like us that are not you particularly, and maybe you have. I have, but a lot of people sit there and say, "Oh, you're doing it." So I have a passion for going out and et cetera, the First Amendment.
You're breaking up.
But on the
she's breaking up, but I think I know what you're saying, Lana. You're saying, go ahead, because it's hard to understand you, but I think I know where you're going.
Well, basically, just like you said, we do the same thing. Why should we do it for free?
Okay, I'll explain that to you. And I encourage everybody to get on YouTube and make money. It's a wonderful job. The only difference between our two channels is I'm commenting on you, that you voluntarily put yourself on the internet to be criticized. And you, when you make a video, you agree that people voluntarily put themselves on the internet to get criticized. A lot of frauditor content, and I know you could say that the public officials signed up for it. They signed up to be criticized. And yeah, you may go into their office and look at them and record them, but they didn't sign up to be on YouTube.
That I don't mind criticism. I think these debates should be welcomed. But when
you guys are fine. You guys are fine. Like, some frauditors try to shut down our channel with false copyright strikes, and I've never gotten one from any of you two. And I respect that, because you should welcome criticism and not try to shut down other people's channels. Recently, Delete Laws, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He tried to shut down like 15 channels with hundreds of false copyright strikes, and it didn't work. It didn't work. But
I don't mind if bottom feeders, take my videos, and it doesn't bother me as long as as long as you're not misrepresented. You're misrepresenting your viewers. As long as you're not, I promote.
Well, bottom feeder so. What are we talking about here, bottom feeder? Are we talking objectively in terms of statistics and views on how your videos get and how other people's videos get? Or is that just your opinion?
Well, I mean, so when you say first, that have to do with my analytics or what you're doing?
Because objectively, like, if you make a video, I'll make a video on it, and it'll get more views. Like, so if the bottom feeder, if that's how you see commentary channels, that's fine. But I just wanted to be clear that we're not talking in about like on the YouTube platform. I just got confused by your comments.
I know what let me because her mic's breaking up real bad. I think I know what she's trying to what J Town's trying to say is that by the bottom feeder analogy is that we create the original content, we get the full slice of the pie. It's our content, we originally created it. It's ours. We've already posted it. The frauditing channels are grabbing the crumbs on the bottom and doing whatever, and then pretty much making money off of our content.
Oh yeah,
fair however use, you want to put it. I mean, you can put it however you want to put it.
Let me ask you something. Let me interject here. Are you familiar with a channel called Moist Critical? No. Okay, that man has like I don't even know how many billions of views, and he has about 10 million subscribers, and it's all he's talking about other people's videos. He shows their videos and comments on it. Half of YouTube is commentary channels. So you guys need to understand that commentary channels, YouTube wants it. It's good.
No, you can do that. You can do that. I don't care. Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. I'm just saying, no, that's fine. I'm just saying that I'm talking about the frauditing channels in general, those, because y'all pull our content. Y'all don't pull, let's say, for example, CNN. If CNN does, or Fox News, if they do a report on some government
wrong,
y'all pull that and comment on where they're wrong.
I've posted, if it has to do with my genre, if it has to do with frauditors, I pulled content from the news. When the news reported on Jeremy DeWitt that was recently broke his probation, I covered it. I take their channel, they take their video just like I'm taking yours. And guess what? On my reality show channel, I do the exact same thing. My wife pulls the videos from the reality shows, 90 Day Fiancés. She does commentary on it, and it's our content. Once you add your commentary, once you transform it, it's no longer your content. It's mine now. That's how it works. That's how fair use works.
Oh yeah. I'm familiar with that. Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying that, like, will there can you create your own per se?
Oh yeah.
Could you go out and film? Like, could you go out and let's say
and film government? I don't want
let's
to.
me and you meet up one day and you can come film me do an audit.
That would be funny.
Would
that
you
would be
do that?
great. I wouldn't travel to Georgia for that. I'm really busy and I have a family. But that's funny. There's some people that do that. I actually covered a video today. It was a guy that audited the auditors. It was hilarious. And that video got 10,000 views in 3 hours. Absolutely hilarious stuff. So there are some people that do that. I'm not going to do it. And yeah, my wife does have a cooking channel, all original content. She makes baking recipes from scratch. So yeah, we have but forget original and fair use and other people's content. Once you add your commentary, it's yours. And I'm glad that you understand it.
No, I do. I fully understand that.
I'll
never file a copyright. I'll never file a copyright or a privacy strike against another channel because.
But I tell you what,
right?
Hold on, I just want to say. Yeah, go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say. Hence why I have not filed. Change it enough, and you make it your own, then have at it. As long as
wonderful. And I just want to say something.
Yeah, as long as you don't sit and not make a commentary.
If someone were to take your whole video and re-upload them, I encourage you to do the copyright strike. But as soon as they add commentary, then it's fair use. But I do not encourage people just taking your content and not adding commentary, because that is not fair use. Now, I have a good question here, and I think you guys are gonna like it. It might throw you for a curveball. So you're a journalist, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're a journalist. All right. So real journalists, they report on a story. So maybe occasionally, 1 times out of 10, something will happen and then they become part of the story. But they report on a story. You guys, every single video, you become part of the story. And it's like, you're like, oh, I got trespassed. I got kicked out. It's always about you. You're not reporting on anything. You are creating the incident.
Okay. I that's actually not a curveball. I'm in a public place exercising a constitutional protected activity. I don't say anything to anybody. Employees, public employees, government officials come up and interact with me. How am I creating a story for myself whenever I'm not saying anything to anybody and I'm approached?
No, but I mean, you're often approached going in areas where you're not allowed to record, and then that becomes a story. If I've gone into
an area I wasn't allowed to record.
Well, I mean, it happens all the time. You got kicked out.
Can you
what was
name one instance?
Lana, you're well, yeah. I mean, for you particularly, you weren't allowed to record in that landfill in the area. She told you to leave. The cops told you to leave. You left.
If you watch the video, you would see that that property is owned by the taxpayers.
Yeah, but did you leave?
I left. Yes. No. I did. Yeah. I can't say no. I didn't leave. I mean, it shows me leaving in the video.
Yeah, you left.
I mean, yes, of course I did leave. I left and I did my due diligence and I did my full research on it.
Will you go back?
Government property.
Will you go back?
There is a revisit planned in the future.
All right. Okay. I mean, so back to what I was saying. So you're trying to report on the story with the government, but the story always ends up being about you, because you're interacting and it's like there's no story. You're creating the story.
Okay, so let's use the landfill example again. That's actually a great video example. I went out there. I got kicked off the property. I got kicked off of public property. It's owned by the taxpayers. And I can see where you would go with that by me creating a story about me.
Yeah.
However, I've pulled open records, I've researched, and I've proven that property is owned by the taxpayers. And also the county commission has voted not to sell, lease, or grant any real property to anybody.
All right.
It's proven. I've investigated that.
I guess we'll see we'll see in part 3 when you go there and you make your point. I guess we'll see. Now, I just want to read these couple super chats because I said I would read out chats by my subscribers as long as they're respectful. So One Wing Hero says there is absolutely no point to First Amendment auditors. You can't get any positive change by recording inside buildings through windows and whining to supervisors when their employees file privacy complaints. Well, thank you, One Wing Hero. Appreciate that. And the privacy complaints is something we're going to talk about, but also recording insides through the windows. That's actually my next question. Thank you so much, One Wing Hero. Lana, this is a question for you. So when you go on the side of the building and you take your camera and you stick it like between the blinds and go window to window to window, isn't that incredibly creepy?
Is it against the law?
No. I'm asking if it's creepy. Creepy.
It's subject to opinion. See, you're
okay.
You're basically taking subject.
Yeah, but it's like when you think of a peeping Tom, it's someone that goes and creeps into windows, with their phones or whatever, and you're just going like
which a peeping Tom is actually against the law. So let me notify for law. You're talking about subjective stuff. Just make it upset.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're going in.
You're talking about.
So now we're getting into the because it's legal, I should do it. Just
no.
That's not. You're not. No. I'm talking about. You're talking about subjective stuff. Just because.
Yeah. I mean, subjectively, I think it's extremely
Can
creepy. Yeah.
Because you don't want to show your face. I think you may be ugly. I mean, that's just going. You can go into semantics and so are you face? I mean, we can come into semantics. You told me there was problem up with a reason, but it doesn't matter. You're talking about subjective. Somebody's mind.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I asked my questions. You answered. That's fine. Thank you for answering. You answered. Yeah, legally, you were allowed to go around the building. Of course, because if not, the cop would have arrested you, but you were creeping everybody out. But you answered the question. Thank you. So
you're welcome.
Now, so all right, so that's done. Let me see if there's another super chat question. Okay, so Billy Fenderson for $10 says, "Why are you guys going to people's jobs to harass them? Is it for clicks and views? Can we get information out to the people you are making money off to file a privacy complaint?" That's already happening, Billy Fenderson. But here, go ahead, Georgia, if you want to answer that.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
Yeah, Billy Fenderson says, "Why are you guys going to people's jobs to harass them? Is it for clicks and views? Can we get information out to the people you are making money off to file a privacy complaint?"
Oh, that's actually a really great question you got there. For one, I don't go to people's jobs. People's jobs would be like what you mentioned earlier, going to jewelry stores and going to restaurants.
So clerks aren't
buildings. I go to government buildings to check up on the employees that we as taxpayers pay and fund. And as long as you're not causing a distraction, not causing a problem, in the First Amendment, you have the right to redress your government, to grievance your government. That's what I'm doing. It's perfectly legal. It's perfectly legal to film. It's perfectly legal to take pictures of public employees. If they get all bent out of shape, then they just get all bent out of shape. That's not something that I control. And it's not, it's each individual person of how they control themselves in a public setting. Me standing there like this, how is that? It doesn't make any sense. You don't want to be on camera, go to a restricted area. That's a logical thought process behind that.
But then you're disrupting the flow of business because you're keeping them from working.
You're getting subjective. That's what you're doing.
You're getting subjective again.
Well, no, you just said if you don't like it, go into a private area. Well, what if that lady can't work in the private area?
Then she needs to stay in the public area and continue her work. And
right,
because how about this? What about the cameras that are inside the building?
I'm sorry, Lana, your mic is not good. It's hard to understand you. And I'm telling you, I'm glad you're here, but your mic, it's your Wi-Fi. It's not good. It's hard to understand you.
Yeah, I'm in the country right.
I see that. I see that. But if there's a McDonald's or something, you can jump on their Wi-Fi or something. You'll get better results. But okay.
I'm actually, there's no McDonald's.
No, all right then. Okay.
So like anyway, so it's like it's subjective because there's cameras in the building. There's cameras filming them all day. I can request that footage. I can watch them work all day if I want to. So what's the difference between my camera and
the security camera? There's a massive difference.
How? Okay, because I can get that footage.
Okay, all right. Let's get. Okay, you can get that footage. It doesn't get plastered on the internet for sometimes hundreds of thousands of degenerates to go harass the person. Now, let me ask you
Wait. Okay, so the American people are degenerates for wanting to know what their government's doing and want where their tax.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
That's
but
what you just said.
Yeah, let me give you an example. Amigan Suppress. He made a video. This guy has a huge following. You must know who he is, right?
I do.
Yeah, so he didn't like the way this woman was acting, and he plastered her on YouTube. People were calling her, leaving her death threats, voicemails. They said they wanted to do like bad stuff to her, and it got really serious. So there's
all the police and prosecute.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's just an extra problem. Now let's talk about the privacy complaint thingy. So let's say I'm going to go on a whim with you. We're not going to talk about limited public forums yet, but I'm going to go on a whim that you are allowed to go and record the public official working. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. So for 1 second, I'm going to agree with you. You're allowed to do that. Let's say you are. YouTube is different. YouTube is not your cell phone, your private server. YouTube has their own rules. And now if that lady doesn't want to be in your video, you don't have the right to post her. And that's why YouTube has shut down many of your videos with privacy complaints. Doesn't matter what you'll tell YouTube. If she doesn't want to be on your channel, she can get the video removed. So you do understand that, right?
I understand that completely, but here's the beauty part of that. I'm my own developer. Right. I can release a statement on YouTube to go to the Georgia Transparency website to watch the video.
Yes.
So yeah, that's perfectly fine. And also with YouTube, they can do that. I mean, they can file whatever they want to file, but when they do file that, they need to be well aware that there's laws and there's the Constitution, Supreme Court rulings that has already ruled that we're allowed to film them for public interest and releasing.
You're allowed, but to put on YouTube is another story. To put on your private website, go for it. I doubt.
Oh yeah. I got a question. Oh man, this question just popped up.
Go for it.
Here's a good question. So a public employee can file a privacy complaint against me, right, and get their stuff taken down?
Yeah.
So can I file a privacy complaint against your channel because I don't want my image on your channel?
It depends. I don't know.
Oh, it depends now.
Well, the thing is.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Well, I mean, are you going to let me answer?
No, I'm gonna let you answer. I've just figured it'd be a simple yes or no because
it's a fair use video that you put yourself on the internet. I did a fair use video is different than you going to a random person, whether it's an employee that has nothing to do with YouTube or someone in the street and putting their image. So you could I encourage you even to try it so we can test out the theory. I wouldn't mind knowing for myself, but I don't think it's going to work.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I don't care enough
because you
engage in my time. I don't focus and engage in my time. I don't spend my time throughout the day focusing on God, YouTube. How am I going to get my picture and look what this frauding channel did to me? No, I'm choosing to focus my time elsewhere, which is gather information for the public and disseminate it to the public.
But I don't think that would work because since you post your video publicly, anybody can repost it. With your approach, it's original content. that the lady probably doesn't want to be on your channel. So it's not already out there by her own recognitions,
Okay.
by her
Okay.
own, by her willing to be out there.
Okay. Let me ask you this then. Let me ask you
Yeah.
this. I post a video. The public employee files a privacy complaint. My video gets taken down. You grab my video and repost it, making fun of me. Well, I grab your video and I make fun of you and the public employee and repost it. Can it get taken down for privacy then?
Yes,
Oh,
technically.
it can because because it's
Yeah.
mine. Yeah, because
No.
it's mine.
Let me explain.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Explain that for me.
Yeah. When that woman does a privacy complaints on your video, she could 100% do it on mine as well. And I wouldn't even go as far as telling people, hey, do a privacy complaint. If somebody doesn't want to be on your video and therefore doesn't want to be on mine, just send me an email. I'll remove it as long as I can verify that's the person. I don't want to put people's image out there that don't want to be there. But the difference is that this employee will not receive harassment from my viewers. They'll receive roses. They'll receive praises for how they handled the person. So that's why they'll be less likely to request a removal. But if somebody would want their video removed because they were the victim of a frauditor, don't want to be there, and it was removed off the frauditor's video, I will gladly take mine down as well.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I would.
No, you won't. It's generating funds for you, right?
Yeah, but I have 800 videos. If I take one down, it doesn't matter. Like at this point, my channel is getting like 100,000 views a day. Like I really don't care if I have to take down a video.
So the public employee can do that to us, but
they can do it to me as well, is what I just said. If they remove your video and they want my video removed as well, and they just prove it's not a troll that say, hey, remove the video, and they prove that's them in the video, I will gladly take it down.
Do you see? I mean, and this is awesome, by the way, but because we're not going to see eye to eye. But do you see where you're self-contradicting yourself in this stuff?
No, I don't.
No, I know you don't see it exactly.
But tell me why. Explain it.
Because why? what we just discussed. I mean,
yeah. So if
they can remove my video, but no, they can't. But I
just told you they can. They could do a privacy complaint on my video. They could do it.
No. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry. I think you may have misunderstood. Then I post the video. It gets taken down for privacy. You repost the video. It stays. I take your video, re-edit it because I can do that because according to you, I can do that. I repost it. The public employee turns around and says, no, I want my video taken down again. Yeah,
they could. Yeah.
Okay.
But what do you mean? Okay.
No, I meant like, okay. It's just, it's
as long as if it's their picture on your channel, they can get it removed as many times as they want. And it's not every employee how many times it happened to you? Like 5 or 6 times? Like it's not everybody that's going to go to that extent, but certain people don't want to be there and they'll do it. Yeah. It's all good, South Alabama.
It's simple to just repost the video, re-edit it, recut the video and repost it.
And that's what you do. Yeah.
Repost the story.
Exactly. And then, or you can blur faces.
But you're in public.
Public and YouTube are 2 different things. Like it's like you're not getting it. You're not getting it that public, you can take her picture. And I said, if we'll go on a whim and agree for the sake of the argument, you can take her picture and have it on your personal website. But YouTube is not public. It's not. It's a private.
Owned by Google.
Yes, exactly. It's a private company with their own.
YouTube's
with their own rules.
But however, but here's the thing: YouTube won't take it down unless somebody files the privacy complaint. And when the public employee files the privacy complaint, they're actually violating the rights of the citizen to try and silence them for exercising their First Amendment rights.
No, you can go and write it on your blog. You can go write in the newspaper, but YouTube is not yours to control. YouTube is not yours to control. YouTube has their own rules and they care about if people are getting exploited. And if they don't, and if a citizen doesn't want their face on there, they show their ID, YouTube will take the video down. You're still free. I mean, don't tell me that. Like,
I
stay
meant like
home.
the
Like,
public employees stay home.
I mean, maybe they didn't know. They didn't sign up for getting plastered on YouTube. They just
Oh,
want
that's good.
people just
Hold
want a
on.
job. I have
Hold
a
on.
bunch of good
This is
questions
good
for my
right here.
subs too.
Hold on. This is
Yeah, go
good.
ahead.
This is good. This is good. What if police are filming you in public? Can you demand they stop filming?
No. Why?
But
Who demanded you to stop filming in public? Like, what are you talking
public
about?
employees, they say you're not allowed to film me. Stop filming.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in limited public forums, not in like the street.
Listen to the question. In public.
Yeah. Well, first of all, there is no such thing as public. There are 3 designated types of public. So do you know that? Do you know what are the 3 kinds of public? That was actually my next question. So how many types of public forums are there? All right, guys, we're having a moment over here. No, in all seriousness.
No, I'm just saying you didn't answer the question. If police are filming me in public, can I demand them to stop?
No, you can't.
I can't. Okay, hold on. So if I'm in public and a public employee demands me to stop, I have to stop.
Because it depends. If you're in a limited public forum. Okay, all right. So my question, stop dodging this and answer this.
All right. What's up, man? What's up?
There are 3 kinds of public forums. Can you name them? And do you understand what they mean?
I'm going to tell you no. There's public and there's areas because there's areas you can't go into because it's restricted because there has to be checks and balances for, personnel files, HIPAA, there's HIPAA stuff for it, just medical stuff, all of that. However, a public lobby where the general public can assemble is public. It's public or private. Yeah, exactly. VS1. Did you hit it? And there's also private property that you obviously have to leave and do what the owner or the manager of the property says. But public is public.
All right.
Now you can't go up and start filming transactions and start now. This is I see where you're going with this. Let's say I go into the water company this is a good one. The post office. If I go into the post office and I get all up behind somebody and put my camera over them and start filming them their debit card and punching in their PIN number, that can probably you can probably do something with that. You can probably come, but however, public is public.
All right. Okay, let me explain this. And you're always out there for knowledge, right? You want to educate.
That's stupid. Is Fizzy one of your subscribers?
I don't know.
That's just straight up. Can you film it? No, that's not logical.
Okay, hold on.
All right, what's up, man? What's up?
Okay, Mark Stout's really good at explaining this. I'm not the best, but I strongly encourage you to research what are the 3 types of public forums. So there are 3 types of public forums. There are traditional public forums, designated forums or limited public forums, and non-public forums. So what is a limited public forum? And that's why I wish your viewers would
restricted areas.
Yeah, I wish your viewers would see this because, oh man, it's gonna rock your world. So according to the Supreme Court, the limited public forum is a forum set aside by government for expressive activities. Like a traditional public forum, content-based speech restrictions in a designated public forum are subject to strict scrutiny. Now, I'm not a lawyer, and I cannot put Mark Stout on. I can't because we're not vague. On my. No, it's not vague. It's I'm just saying, look into it. It might rock your world. It might completely change your views on what you're doing. Trust me, okay? Just look into it. I'm not the best person to explain it to you, but this is important and this is relevant to what you do, to your auditing. Trust me. So it's expressive, it's creative. Okay, all right. That's interesting. But look into that. That's why I say I always want to better myself. If you find some information that proves me wrong in 100%, and I'm like, oh my God, I never saw it this way. Let me pick up a camera and go record. then I'm all for that. But do the same. Look into it, and that way, when we do part 2, you know, and you can talk to my subscribers, we'll have a little bit more conversation on that. But a limited public forum. Why don't you pull it up on the screen? Are you able to show your viewers?
No, public's
Just
public,
Google it.
private's private.
No. It's not true. Public is public, private is private. No, there's 3 types of public. So the park is the hold on. Let me get examples.
So I think what you're talking about with this, behind the counter, the restricted areas where the files, the computer, you know, where the sensitive information is. No. Okay.
No, that's not it.
Oh, it's not.
Okay, it's the public forum doctrine. Hold on, let me pull it up. Man, this is not. I should have picked it up before. So, okay, so the second category is called designated or limited public forums. Although a state is not required to indefinitely retain the open character of the facility, as long as it does so, it is bound by the same standards as apply in a traditional public forum. Well, explain reasonable time, place, and manner regulations are permissible, and a content-based prohibition must be narrowly drawn to effectuate a compelling state interest. So yeah, interesting stuff. Basically what it says, yeah, I know he's not going to get it. To be honest, this is something that's why I want to have the debate on my channel, so I can bring in people that are more, you know, in the know for stuff like this.
So yours. And I don't look at this as my people, your people, whatever. The American people.
Yeah, the American people.
You want me on your channel so that the American people can see your side of things.
No, that's not it. They're already seeing it like this, is that they would be able to join the live stream and talk to you. So it's not just me debating you the same way how you brought.
Well, I dropped that in here. They can.
Okay, guys. So Mark Stout, if you're there, if you guys could join Georgia Transparencies, but to not derail it, I don't know if Mark's here. He's really the expert on this. But
you talking about libraries. Libraries are limited public forums.
A lot limited public forums are courts and government offices. Regular public forums are like
there you go, courtrooms.
No. It's the whole building, but it's fine. It's fine.
Courtroom.
I have some other questions that don't have to do with limited public forums, but just look into it. Promise me, look into it, and we'll touch base on it at another time. It might just rock your world. I'm telling you. Let me read a couple questions from the subscribers, because all right, Jonathan Richards for the $5. Serious question. What has any frauditor taught anyone? I've never seen anything other than obstinate defiance and foolish behavior.
That's subjective.
Yeah, you're right. You're right on that. I agree with you, Jonathan Richards. Thanks for the support. Charlene Revel for $10. You are free to film, but when you make money off these people, that's wrong. And I thought illegal. Security videos are just for that, for safety, not for you to make money off. And that's why he's running into issues with YouTube. Because
Let me ask you this. You make money from AdSense, correct?
Yes.
By YouTube running ads.
Yes.
Fox News makes money from ads.
Right.
So what's the difference?
What's the difference? There's no difference.
Yeah, exactly. There's no difference.
Yeah, but it's different in the case that, like, let's say, no, instead of going on.
Okay.
No, instead of going on in a massive laughter, let me just explain it. It's different that Fox News, if somebody doesn't want their picture taken, they'll email them, say, blur my face. I don't want to be in there. Fox News asks permission for people to be part of a story. And that's why also other entertainment channels. So Fox News is the news. You're not really the news. You're more like an entertainment channel, and you should technically get a waiver from people to be on your videos. Like, I don't know if you watch Impractical Jokers, but after the people get
for commercial purposes.
Sorry?
They're filming for commercial purposes.
You make money. You are filming for commercial purposes. You're making money off your videos. You're filming for commercial purposes as well.
We got Majorly Awesome that popped up in here.
Oh, don't bring him in. It's going to be a shit show.
Oh, is he one of yours?
No, he's one of yours, but Basically, he's a cloud chaser. What's up, Rogue Nation? How's it going? Oh boy, here we go. I still have a bunch of questions for you, Georgia. So don't let this guy. He's gonna try to hijack the stream. But okay,
no,
go for it.
man. We ain't gonna. No. So,
What
so
up, Rogue?
basically, like,
Look at this, guys.
AdSense
3v1,
pays us.
3v1, 3v1. They don't want to come on my channel so I can bring in Mark or a lawyer, but you know they'll gang up 3 frauditors. Okay, go for it. Go ahead.
He's sat there and put the link. Have your people click on the link.
Yeah, sure, they can. They can.
Click. Why don't you say it in your channel to come? Why don't you copy and paste the link? There it is.
Yeah,
you just posted it again.
All right. So okay, there we go.
Come on.
Okay, I just wanted to hop on for a minute because there was some obvious misinformation going on there with that public forum doctrine. The Price v. Garland decision spells it out very clearly that recording is a non-expressive activity. The public forum doctrine does not apply to recording the same way that it doesn't apply to Jimi Hendrix writing lyrics in his notebook while he's in the city hall waiting to pay his utility bill. And just like it doesn't apply to Jimmy Swaggart when he's in city hall paying his utility bill and he's writing a sermon in his notebook, right? Because those are steps in the speech process. They're not speech themselves, right? So I know the anti-frauditors, they love the limited port, public forum cases, and they tout Mark Stout, the 5th grade educated prison paralegal, as their legal genius over there. So it kind of makes one wonder when you're looking up to a guy that is happy that he only graduated the 5th grade and he's a prison.
Well, he educated himself in prison. He didn't.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
No.
Well, you're the same thing. You're a criminal as well. Why should we take his advice, like your advice, more than his? Come on, you guys.
I don't want you to. I don't want you to take my advice by any means. I would hate for you to take my advice. What I'd like for you to do is take your own advice. That's what I'd like for you to do.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one? Any advice you have to give yourself. I don't want to be your teacher. I don't want to be your hero or your guardian, whoever you look up to. I want you to be your own hero. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm my hero. I'm my hero. Don't worry, man.
Okay,
But
He's talking about go do some research is what he's talking about.
Oh, that's not my job. I'm an entertainment channel. I'm not an educational channel. I'm here to entertain. That has been and will always be my job. Is to entertain.
So you don't educate your your followers on why frauditors are wrong.
He never claimed.
Well, I give my opinion. I give my opinion. That's it.
I give my opinion.
Yeah, I know. And my opinion is everything I've told you today is my opinion. I give my opinion. I entertain. I make people laugh. And that's it. That's all it is. I will never pretend to be an activist, a journalist, a scholar. I'm an entertainer.
Will you do something for us, though?
Sure.
Will you show us your face?
I explained to you why I'm not going to do it. Why did you not accept that answer?
No, I accepted it. I'm just asking. That's all.
No, but like you asked me twice. I said I'm not going to show my face because I got threats and because of
I think
my
we've all
family.
gotten threatened.
Yeah, I know, but I'm choosing it to do it this way. And trust me, I would love to. And when I stop doing frauditor content and I move on to my other channels full time, I will gladly show my face during live streams. I'm guaranteeing you that. You can mark my word. There's nothing more that I would like than to show my face, but it's not the smart thing to do for my family. It's the best thing to do for my channel, but it's not the smart thing to do for my family. So I'm not going to do it. Do you have any other good questions? Because I still have quite a couple.
Yeah, I got a question.
Go for it.
Back to what we were talking about. I think it was towards the beginning of the threats and everything. So, and I've read a lot of comments that says, auditors should be put in jail and charged because of the threats. So what about when big mainstream media does stories and people see that, and then they call into the public offices and make threats.
Well,
mainstream media did the story.
That's a good question. But what happens is that when you have an auditor, they have a really deep connection with what they think is a deep connection with the YouTuber, and they're like, oh, I'm doing him a favor by calling this building. And yes, the YouTuber will say, don't make threats, call respectfully. So it's not 100% your fault. It's not 100% your fault. But when you plaster the information of let's say the police station, I'm not sure you're familiar with Mark Manchon, who got charged with call flooding. Unfortunately, the trial was a joke, and he got found not guilty. But
yes, because it's public information. Anybody can find it.
It's public information, but blasted by, anyways, we could go into detail with that, but it's blasted by someone with a clear intent. The intent was called there, and he's like, oh, you're about to get a bunch of phone calls, and they couldn't answer the 911 service. The dispatch couldn't answer the 911 for some time because of all the phone calls. So there's a difference between that and the news. Now I answered your question. Let me ask. I have a couple super chats here. There's quite a few. I know I'm not going to be able to read them all, but here's Baker Street Gaming for $18. Why do First Amendment auditors scream that there is no privacy in public, but then get angry when they are recorded by others or when their real names are spoken?
That's subjective.
Yeah, I mean, if someone called you by your first name, let's say a public employee said your full name, would that piss you off?
No, they've done it before. They've said it in my videos, and I've also gotten a lot of cambacks, and all I do is say, oh, look, a camback.
All right, so maybe this question doesn't really apply to you, but thank you very much, Baker Street Gaming. He's referring to DMA that gets really pissed off when people call him Christopher. So maybe that doesn't apply to you. But thank you. And then One Wing Hero says, no, you can't post a privacy complaint against Frauder Troll, Georgia. That would fail instantly, given the fact that you have comfortably shown your face on YouTube multiple times, unlike the people you record. That's a very good point. That's what we were talking about before. So, yeah, we agreed to that, right?
What was the question?
No, she's basically, or he or she is basically saying that you couldn't do a copyright privacy complaint because you already voluntarily put your face on the internet, unlike the people you're recording.
Which is subjective.
Yeah, because
I mean, like I told him, I would love for him to test it. I don't even mind. I want to know the answer to that question. It doesn't have to be subjective. It doesn't have to be subjective.
I'll test that out, but you're saying that because Georgia you're saying because Georgia put his face out there. Are you telling me that you think that these public employees don't have Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and their face ain't plastered all over the damn internet?
That's different.
Yes,
that's
by choice.
That's different. That's like voluntary
that's their
content.
Choice.
Yeah, not involuntary content.
Private those.
You're doing it, making money off of it.
If you're a public employee, you ain't gonna be out on the internet like that. You're gonna have a private account. You know this.
Especially being an elected public employee, an elected official.
Thank you, One Wing Hero, by the way. Yeah, here, NCOPY, and that's going to be another objective statement, but I'm going to read it out. Thank you, NCOPY, for the $5. Frauder Troll has won this debate. He is quick when he answers. As for Georgia transparency, he keeps stumbling his words. I knew you would like that one.
Fake laughing.
It shows
fake laughing,
in the numbers.
Yes.
It shows in the chat.
The fake
numbers
the fake
it did
laughing,
the whole time.
seriously?
No. I'm not going to pretend the numbers of viewers have anything to do with who's winning because our channels are different sizes. There's no way he was going to achieve the same amount of numbers. But anyways, I'm having a good time. There doesn't need to be a winner or a loser. I'm having a good time. Now, I'm going to read one more, and then I have two. They're kind of personal questions. So if you don't want to answer it, I will totally understand. Okay, so did I read this one? Yes, I read. Okay, so Otter outside the reef for $10 says, can Georgia transparency point to one goal that he would like to achieve with his channel? generalities do not count. One quantifiable change that he would be recognized for by the 1A community. Excellent question.
Transparency.
Okay, that's too general. Like specifically, what goal could you achieve?
Ending government and public employee corruption, misuse of public funds.
I mean, that is too massive. That is just such a broad statement. Like,
Actually,
like talk about locally. Like locally, what could
That's
you achieve?
local. We have public funds in our local
no.
community.
Here, let me say this. So no, okay, corruption. Yeah, that, you know what? It sounds like a broad thing, but it's not. It can actually be quite specific. But the question for that is what are you doing with your camera at a landfill going to solve that problem?
That's a good question. Me going to a landfill and documenting the landfill and wanting to do a story or something on the landfill.
Oh my God, you got cops.
It's
Stop
not
calling it
gonna
a story. It's
stop
not a
government.
story.
It's not going to
It's
stop
a video.
government corruption. But however, the follow-up of finding out who owns it and why, since it's being why that an operations agreement is saying, you know, it's leased when there was a vote that it can't be leased, and why are public funds. So you see where I'm going with this is I've looked into it, and there's more than just going out there and filming, because I found something else that's more than just filming by looking into it, not just going out there and going with my camera and saying, oh, well, I got an interaction here. Let me go post this on YouTube. And let me move on to the
next. You could have
next.
found that same information the way you did without going to harass people at their job.
I didn't harass anybody.
You did. You
Hey,
absolutely.
hey, Mike, just a sec. Georgia, how much time do you have left for the debate?
Probably about maybe about 20, 30 minutes.
All right. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get into.
I'll let you know when I'm like at probably like a 5-minute warning or 5-minute window or something.
Yeah,
but
me, I have till 8, but I think we need to get into the nitty gritty. So let me ask you some personal question. So you were fired from the sheriff's department. So you are one of the very few frauditors who has worked as a law enforcement officer, right? So could you explain why you were fired?
I'm going to let you pull those open records, and I'm not going to comment on that. Maybe
Perfect.
I was fired.
That's fine.
Maybe I wasn't.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And so you sued them for discrimination, right? And so and like I said, I know I'm getting a little bit personal. You don't have to answer.
Yeah, that's something that I can't elaborate on.
Okay, so but there is a lawsuit. Yeah,
you'll have to pull open records.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it. Right. Okay. Now, I have 2 more questions. So
now, be careful. Be careful with that, because the district attorney Herb Cranford has already got himself in the hot water for spreading, negative, false and defaming information about certain.
Yeah,
things.
no, I'm not trying to
pull that. Be sure you're correct whenever you release that information.
Yeah, I'm not trying to slander you whatsoever. I'm asking questions. That's why I'm not.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm not saying with 100% certainty. And actually, YouTube has actually cracked down on even showing arrest records recently. So I'm not even going to go that deep into that. But here, I'm going to pull it up on my side. But what does your wife think about you getting arrested like all these times, like 3 times? You got arrested 3 times, right? Since you started auditing in the last year or so. So what does your family think about?
No, twice.
Okay, twice. Sorry. So twice. So what does your family think about all this? Like your wife?
My family has nothing to do with this debate.
Okay. All right. But like, anyways, that's fine. So you don't want to answer the question. That's fine. And I found a picture. My viewers can see it now. It's kind of disturbing. You might know what I'm talking about. It's you holding a pink sign with some wording on it. Like, what's that picture about?
Let me go to your chat. What do you?
Yeah, go to my chat. You can see it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, with
That's,
the eye and the
Georgia-
heart.
Yeah. That's Georgia's Supreme case law, Smith versus Cumming of Georgia, which gives us the right.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Well, you know what? I didn't
Oh.
read. I didn't
He's
read
pulling
the
an honor your oath. He's pulling an honor your oath gag with the I love Cumming, Georgia.
Yeah.
Does it matter though?
Yeah,
if
I know all
it's
about
your
that.
oath, or
No.
Does
It's
it
like
matter?
I was like, I didn't read the very small writing that it says Smith v. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look at honor your oath does the same thing. He'll hold a sign
hold
out there.
on. Let me just ask this: is it against the law?
Okay, and here we go again with is it against the law? No, it wouldn't be, but there's probably kids walking around, and I wouldn't want my kids to see that. So just because something isn't against the law doesn't mean you should do it.
Just like government corruption and illegal use of funds, right? Just because it's
That is
approved
against
in
the
a part of
law.
budget, it shouldn't. Just because it's approved in a part of the budget to splurge on alcohol or stuff like that, then doesn't make it right, correct?
Well, one second, my kids are calling me.
Reporting on that.
1 second. Hey, you talk to Mike for a sec.
It's called subjective. Stop
Yes.
doing subjective.
Yeah, everything that you
Let
guys
me.
subjective.
I mean, you're basically talking about hurting somebody's feelings. I mean, that's what you're talking about here.
That's
Okay,
not,
in a sense, yeah, we are, and you know what? There's a problem with that.
sorry. I'm sorry to the frauders and trolls. I'm sorry that y'all got y'all's one little feeling hurt. That's my fault.
It's not our feelings. It's the people
No,
that you
we
harass
don't-
at these buildings.
don't care.
Obviously,
You
you
want
do.
unexpected interaction. You want it to be unexpected.
Let me tell you something. You know what? This right here will solve it. This right here will solve this. Now, this right here is, and this is what I do, and this is what helps me. Let's say I'm driving down the road and I see you holding a sign. It could say whatever. It could say the sky is blue, whatever, or you can spell the ABCs on it, your sign. And what if I take your sign as offensive? You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to turn my head the other way and just keep going and not even worry about it. Who gives a crap?
Oh, absolutely,
I'm not
I agree.
going to waste my time on it.
Fair
for
enough.
Something that I think's offensive or whatever happens. I'm just not going to waste my time. It's not worth my time. My time's precious to me. And
I'm back.
What you're doing is offensive, then I'm not. It just doesn't matter. Why worry about it? If a lot of the trolls will say it doesn't bother me, blah 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 blah. Obviously, it does. You watch the comment.
No, it doesn't. No, here, I'll explain it to you. I'll explain it to you real quick. Okay, it's not that it bothers us, so we have an opinion about it. There's a complete difference. We aren't the ones that would call the cops over something like that because that's stupid and ridiculous and a waste of time because it's not illegal, and we know that, and we're smart enough to know the difference. The problem is that we see it as something that should not be done, so we're going to tell you our opinion and tell you that it should not be done. We're not going to sit here and cry about it or carry on about it or call the police or do anything else about it. It's just a matter of it's something that shouldn't be done. That's it. It's just an opinion.
Which is subjective, right?
Yeah, I have 3 more questions, and then that'll be it for me, if you don't mind. So my one of my questions would be: would you audit for free? Let's say if YouTube demonetized this genre of content, would you do it for free?
Would you do your channel for free?
No.
Okay.
I would, and I started doing it for free before I even got monetized.
Everybody starts for free when they're not monetized.
Exactly.
Okay,
Right.
Okay, if YouTube
4,000
demonetizes
watch
my channel, you'll still
hours.
see me putting up content.
Sorry,
Really?
Go ahead, Georgia.
I said that if YouTube demonetizes my channel or demonetizes, just happens to demonetize all the the 1A channels, I'm still going to do what I'm doing. I'm still going to put content up. I'm
All right.
still going to do that.
All right, that was my question. I don't know if I believe you, but I will accept your answer. Now, what? So
I don't know that I believe you. Do you have a big mole? Is that why you won't show your picture? I'm just curious. I mean, I don't believe you.
But see, Lana, that's a little bit disappointing because
I'm gonna jump in here because you know what? I've heard this too many damn times. Okay, listen, I have been
Three
following
so
Farter
far.
Troll forever. Okay, listen, he's not doing it. You need to let that go. Okay, he's not doing it for whatever reason you might think in your head. He's doing it for a very specific reason. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all there is to it.
But
And
makes
the
sense
story-
to me.
Hold on, yo. Let me hold on. Let me answer Lana, okay? Because I've been very respectful of how I talk about you. Some people say, "Hey, that's a guy, and I address you as a woman, okay? So I respect how you look and what you do. So I have never once talked about your appearance. So I don't.
think
In
you're-
none
I
of his
think you're-
videos.
I
In
think
none of
you're-
his videos.
I think you missed the point. So we'll move on to the next thing.
No, we're not gonna move
totally
on that
missing it.
quick. I'm just saying, like, I've never, like, those attacks on, let's say, some people in my comment talk about Georgia Transparency's weight. I'm not gonna make fun of his weight. I'm not gonna make fun about how, you
Ooh.
possibly, about your transgender identity. I'm not gonna make fun anything about your physical appearance. I'm gonna talk about your actions and your point of views and your values, because that's something that is above the belt. If you go and start talking about people's appearance, that's below the belt. So if you're
I'm
like,
not
oh,
talking
'cause
about your appearance, darling. You missed the entire point. Go back and rewatch the video.
I'm not gonna scroll back. So what was your point? You're like, is it
I
because
don't need to. You've already missed it. Just like earlier, you missed the point. So you're missing it. I don't need to keep rehashing the same points. I don't have all night to go keep rehashing points with
no?
you.
So you're saying you don't believe me? It's because I'm some type of monstrosity, and that's why I don't want to
No.
show my face? Or I
That
don't
has
get it.
nothing
Those
to
were your
rewatch
words.
it.
Those
No,
were
I'm
your
not-
words.
You're right there. Why don't you just
Rewatch
answer it? You mentioned a big mole. Is it because I have a big mole? Like it? So that's
Those-
So I don't
Oh my
get it.
god. Oh my god. Those
Like-
were her exact words.
It's like I don't believe you that it's not because you have a big mole. That's why you don't want to show your face. Like, oh man, you're something else. But anyway, it's all good. Unlike
Hold
you,
on,
Lana, I respect who you are physically. I will never attack you as a person.
Let me ask
for what
you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you say you do that, and you hold that to a high standard, correct? To not
Right.
attack physical appearance and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you get on your subscribers if they do it?
Free speech.
Yes, he
baby.
does.
Free speech. But
He
Yep.
just,
Oh, wait,
he
hold on.
just
Yes,
made
he
some of
does or
his.
no?
no. Let me answer. If they call you fat, that's fine. If they say too much nonsense about her being a transgender, I shut that down. Transgender hate against the LGBTQ community and racism, I do
Well-
not tolerate. But if they call you fat, whatever, man. That's all good. You're a big boy. You can handle it.
Exactly. And we're not here to discuss personal stuff. We're here to talk about the First Amendment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
Right,
I draw the line at racism and at hates against trans people. And I'm really disappointed in you, Lana, because I've defended you so many times. You know how many comments I see in my oh, that's a guy. I don't approve of that. If you want to be a woman, I encourage you. Go for it. Like, it doesn't change anything to me. So I would never attack you based on your appearance or your sexual orientations or your choices.
It's the only time that Auditor Troll will ever mute or block somebody in his chats, ever. Anything else is fair game.
what I've seen.
Anything else beyond that is muted or blocked.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's swing back to the First Amendment real quick, guys, because
I forgot Rogue Nation was there.
yeah, I've
No,
been quiet. I've been quiet, but
Huh?
there's something that's just eating me
It's
up.
pretty easy to forget.
It's eating me up, guys, and that is you anti-auditor channels. You guys hate the fact that we go out and we capture these people's faces, right, and we plaster it on YouTube, right? You guys hate that. That's your biggest thing, ain't it?
Yeah.
No.
Part of it, yeah.
Okay, so well, I know you don't create content over there on the left, but Frauditor Troll does. So Frauditor Troll, that's one of the things that you hate, right? That we're out there, we're taking video of these people, we're not getting permission, we're plastering it all over the net, right?
Yeah, and I know where you're going with it. I got my
Okay.
answer ready.
Okay, so how many times in your videos have you blurred out those people's faces because you have so much fucking respect for privacy?
If they're under
But many
Underage,
times,
he definitely does,
especially
yes.
when there's kids, I blur out the kids so many times. It just happened recently with a friend
Yep.
of yours auditing Erie County, Mr.
Yep.
Daniel Wormus, that was just terrorizing this family after an accident. And he put the picture of the little kid crying. And you know what I did? I put a black square over the entire image to protect that kid's picture. So it happens very often. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you blocked out one kid's face.
No, many times, many times,
not just
many
one.
times.
What public official have you blurred the face of? Give me the video name.
If they reach
the
out,
video name.
No, zero. If they reach out to me, I
Okay,
will gladly
zero.
do it. If they
Okay,
reach out
zero.
to me, I will. Georgia,
Well, why
transparency,
would they
you
have
shouldn't be
to-
smiling over there. You have Rogue Nation fighting your battles for you. He comes
Why-
to my channel all the time.
Hey, listen, stop talking over me, brother. Listen, why do they need to contact you? Isn't it such a big thing that you protect their privacy? That's why you go after us, because
They're
you want
already
to
on
protect
your
their privacy?
channel. They're already on your
Oh,
much
okay. So
larger
they're all-
channels.
Right.
If-
So why?
if-
So
All they have to
tell
do is
the-
send an email, and I
the
will
real
take down.
reason is no one would watch your freaking videos, dude. Don't lie to me, bro.
What are you talking
What is
about?
No
They're-
one's gonna watch a video with everybody's faces blurred, dude. Come on.
Well, I mean, all they have to do is ask, and I will blur their faces. They're already on your channel. Why would I do it if you're not doing it?
Because I'm not worried about their privacy like you are.
Obviously, you're not worried because you're going there. You know, Georgia.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's
Rogue
up?
Nation, Rogue Nation. I told you he was gonna hijack the stream, and he did just
He's
that.
making some good points. I didn't think about that. You know,
Yeah, he's fighting your battle. He's fighting your battle for you.
That's actually a great. No, hold on. That's actually a great point, and I never thought of it that way. Is that if the anti-auditing channels are so worried about these public employees' privacy, when y'all grab our stuff, when y'all bottom feed our content, why aren't y'all blurring their that's actually
Well,
a good point.
I
just answered it.
I just answered it that if they reach out, why would I blur their faces if you're not doing it? And on my channel, they're gonna receive praises. They're gonna receive emails.
two wrongs make a
they're
right.
gonna they're
It's
gonna
not
receive
wrong.
emails.
It's
It
a-
depends
If
on
we
the
blur their
audience.
faces, if we blur their faces, you have no choice but to blur their faces.
I will.
I will.
It will already be
There you
blurred.
go. It's
I
not
would, and I
wrong.
will.
Exactly
I will.
my point. Thank you.
All right. Anyways, that was
What's
a
the
good.
next
That was a
question?
good debate. The good debate. I love this. Next time, I would really appreciate if you come on my channel, and that way, more of my subs can talk to you. But you can restream it on yours. But that was good.
Yeah.
Anyways, now let's
Okay,
talk
I gotta
about
go.
the word.
Bye, guys.
Yeah,
Continue
take
on.
care,
I'm gonna
Mike.
keep
Take care,
listening.
Mike.
I have to get back to my real job.
Yeah, it's
have
all
a good
good.
one, guys.
Take care, Mike. Yeah, and when you say bottom feeder, I find that word hilarious. I have a feeling it's gonna spread in your community. It's the first time I hear it today. Lana's coming up with some good words, and yeah, hilarious, absolutely hilarious. But let's talk about the word tyrant because you guys use it a lot. You're saying,
There's
sorry.
It's an opinion. It's subjectively an opinion.
Yeah, no. Let's dive deep into the word tyrant.
I'm called fat. I'm called Glenn Serio.
Yeah, okay.
It's an opinion.
Okay, hold on. Let's take a step back. Let's talk about the word tyrant. So when I imagine a tyrant is like somebody that, let's say you would go North Korea, China, or something. You would do your little audit and you would never be seen again.
We're not in China. We're in America.
I know. That's why you're using the word way too loosely.
Well,
But
you're comparing
a
apples
real tyrant. A real tyrant makes sure that you're not going to be able to publish your story because you're not going to be alive. There's so many actual journalists that go to Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and they actually try to publish stories that don't have to do about themselves, and they don't make it out or they get imprisoned. So when you're saying, oh, this officer is a tyrant because I can't go into the post office and record the post workers working, you're abusing that word. You're using it way too loosely.
It's an objective opinion. It's like
All
when
right.
someone.
I said my piece. Piece.
No, your version of tyrant might be different than my version.
What's
the way
your
I
version
see
of
a tyrant might be different than the way you see one. You probably see me as a tyrant. And
no, I see you as an asshole, but not a tyrant. I don't see you as a tyrant. I see you as not specifically you, but I see some frauditors as bullies and assholes, but they're not tyrants. Yeah. So what's your definition of a tyrant? Hello?
Which one, me or J-Town?
No, you.
Me?
Yeah.
Don't really have a definition. I don't think I use that word too much.
I'll give you that. You don't use it too much, but
I don't think I use it that much. I can't tell you the definition of a tyrant. I really can't. I don't know. I know I don't use the word tyrant, and I don't use public servant because I don't think public employees are my servant. They're employees. They work for
I respect you for that.
They work for the public, and I've never in my videos. I may have said it a time or two. Now I'm going to say I'm not going to say I've never said it because I may have, but I can't remember a time where I've gone in there and I was upset and calling them public servants because I don't see myself above public employees. And I don't see myself below them. We're at the same level. You put your pants on the same way I do, but however, you're getting my freaking tax dollars, so you better do the right thing.
Right, and you actually do pay tax dollars because you are employed, you had businesses, and that's why I find surprising. Like you have, like, are your what types of businesses you do? Is it public info, or am I not allowed to talk about that? Or
just this right here, my personal stuff. Majority of my personal stuff, I try to keep separated from.
All right, no problem,
like
no problem.
Say,
I'm just saying,
like you said, you get threats. I get threats.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying you're an entrepreneur. Like you're not your average frauditor. And let me get this straight. Georgia Transparency on the shit ladder, he's not at the bottom. He's not the worst frauditor. When we're at what I talk about the bottom is people that harass people in the street, that do audit banks and audit restaurants, stuff like that. That's at the bottom. He's not the worst, but he's definitely not one of the best either. And when I
don't think I'm the best. I don't think I'm the worst.
No, I'm not saying best.
No. I'm me. I am going to respect my public employees. I will respect them. I will give them respect where respect is due. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you, please. I will do that. And I demand that respect in return. And if I don't get that respect, then I'm not going to give that respect. And for some reason, that seems to become he's not cooperating. He's being, he's disrupting the business and all of that. Why? Because I'm not doing what you asked me to do. There's different levels and different things in this. And I've seen a lot of auditors go in, they come in, they storm the castle with grabbing cameras, start yelling, just start making directives going in there and everything. No, I peacefully go in, gather my information, gather what I need to get, which is perfectly legal because we have the right to redress our government. We have the right to free press. We have the right to free speech.
Well, once again, hold on, not to cut you off, but let's look into limited public forum and get a definitive answer for the next time we talk, because that is not 100% factual. Well, let's look into it.
That's your opinion to it, and that's my opinion to it. You're free to your opinion. However, though, this is the funny thing is that, which I'm surprised you haven't brought it up, press credentials.
Oh, yeah, that is a great question. But before that, I do have thank you so much, One Wing Hero, for the $20. She just has one more question for you. Have you guys ever heard of, and I'm going to try to not butcher this word, but scopophobia? And would you care if you recorded somebody who had it enough to exclude them from your video, or would you twist their reaction to make them look crazy?
I don't know what that is.
I assume it's the scopophobia. By the name, might be the fear of being on camera.
Now I have had this. Now this I will tell you I have had. And I forgot which public office it was that I went into to gather information and ask some questions. And she was one of the sweetest and nicest ladies I've ever met. And she asked me, she was like, excuse me, sir, will you please not film me or take my picture, because I feel that it takes my spirit away from me. And
wow, that's pretty deep.
Like it's some sort of Indian sort of culture or something. And I moved my camera. I had a great conversation with her, and I said, "Ma'am, Yes, ma'am, I sure will. She was polite. She was cordial. She answered all my questions. She went above and beyond giving me the information that I needed. And that's the respect I'm talking about that we need from the public employees that get our tax dollars. Your tax dollars.
It's all about perspective, because if you wanted to get the actual objective reaction, why don't you wear a spy cam in your glasses and then you walk in there? They won't.
That's
even
what I
know
was
if,
just thinking.
yeah, they won't even know you're recording, and then you'll get an actual representation of how they treat the public, because they might treat you differently because you're recording them. So put on a spy cam and go do an audit, and you might see the reaction will be a lot different.
Then that
Or
makes it
audio.
then that makes it violating the people's civil rights because you have a camera recording them.
Sorry?
Because if they're treating you that way because of a camera, then it's violating the civil rights of the people.
So it's like
I don't agree
a
with
prop
that.
to you.
It's a prop to get a reaction, obviously, because they know they're going to get a different reaction if they wear spy cam goggles. But if they go with their cell phones, and so let me ask, you use just your cell phone, right?
I have a camera as well. I have a
Handheld camera, right? Some frauditors use the like Steven Spielberg's camera to sound more intimidating and get more of a reaction, like those super massive cameras on monopods. It's a prop. It's how they get their content, but they're also trying to get more of a reaction, because if you wanted the authentic reaction, go in there with spy cams.
That's subjective, though. I mean, I guess an authentic way would be to pull security cam, pull the camera footage and watch it all day and see how they treat everybody.
Good
Yeah,
idea.
you could. Why don't you do
That's
that?
a good idea.
Why don't you do that? I'm sure your viewers will like that, and then that's more content for me too.
Yeah, that you can bottom feed off of.
I love that bottom feed. You know how much my channel gets? Like 10 times. I have like 30 times the amount of views you do. So if you're gonna call someone a bottom feeder, I might not be the best person.
Well, for one, I'm glad you mentioned that, because not once have I mentioned how many views or subscribers I have. I've heard you mention it a few times. It's not about the views. It's not about the subscribers. It's about exposing the corruption.
Everybody, I don't believe you. Everybody gets on YouTube to get views, to get subscribers.
Where's that on my channel?
Well,
Sorry?
he didn't say it before. I did.
Where's it at? No. Where's it at? Where have I said, I need viewers?
No, that's my subjective opinion, that everybody gets that starts a YouTube channel to get to as many people as possible. They want their message as broad as possible, get as many views, as many subs, and as a side effect, get as much money as possible.
So would you believe it if I told you that I didn't get into doing this for views, subs, fame, money? I got in this because I'm highly upset of how the people are being.
You do seem passionate, but it might be 50-50. It might be a little bit of both.
You call it what you want to.
Yeah.
I mean, you call it what you want. I mean,
no, I think you're not. This is not a character. I know this. What you're saying, you do believe it. I don't get that vibe from you, but it's probably a little bit of both, to be honest.
Like, the money's there.
I mean, right now he's not making much though.
I'm not making anything. I'm not, and I don't care. That's the thing. I can make $1 million. I can make $5 the whole time I'm doing this. I don't care. That's not what I'm into this for. And I'm into this to expose the corruption and the way our public employees are treating the people. That's what I'm into it for.
Now I have a question. Does you getting fired from your job as a detention officer have anything to do with you not liking the government? Or fired or quit or whatever the hell happened?
You don't have to pull that through open records.
No, I'm asking. Okay, yeah, fired or quit is through open records, but did that contribute for your dislike of the government?
I love my country. I love the United States of America. I fought for this country, and it sickens me, and it destroys me, and it hurts me to see how these police are running around, acting, beating up people, killing them. And there are good cops out there, don't get me wrong. And all of this corruption, that sickens me.
The corruption at the dump.
I give a shout out to the American
dump.
flag on pretty. I ain't gonna say every single video, but majority of my videos, that's one of the first things I do. Shout out to Old Glory when I see the American flag there. That's why I'm into this. And your channel, everybody, y'all can believe what you want to believe. I don't care. This is
I
why
want to
I'm
believe
into
that you're good.
This is
You
why
do
I'm
this
into
from
it.
your heart.
And
No,
the platforms that I've launched, the Public Employee Information Portal, GT News Now, everything that I'm launching, everything I'm developing, everything I'm bringing in is for the people, is for everybody. Is hell, even y'all can use it. I could care less. Sign up and use it. I don't care.
Sign up.
It's for the people.
What's the sign up? What is that a platform where you have to sign up? What do you elaborate?
Oh, just a name and an email. It's free. And it's, for example, the Public Employee Information Portal. Just like there's CAD, there's this, there's so many other stuff that we as the people get categorized in. And there's a platform that's in beta right now that I've launched that will show public employees. It'll have basic public, nothing private, just basic public information that you can get by an open records request, all in one specific area.
All right. Well, I mean, sure.
Sounds
If someone's into
interesting.
that, sure. I mean, I would assume that maybe you guys are going to share information on, this public employee said this to a frauditor, and it's going to be kind of like a database of public employees to target, is what I assume.
No.
You're gonna have
No. It has nothing to do with targeting. It has no private information. It
doesn't have the names of the people.
It has the name. The name's not private.
Right, but so what other information will be on this app? Is it an app or it's a site or?
Right now it's in beta. It's a website. I'm looking into an app for iOS and Android. But what I'm saying is that it will have basic public employee information, such as the image of what the public employee looks like.
Their image, really?
Yeah, a picture.
It's a database
of them in uniform and basic information. What department
who's
they work
taking
with.
that picture? You?
Whoever takes it.
Okay, so frauditors are going to use your app to upload pictures of public employees.
No. That's where you're wrong. No, not anybody can upload. You can't just sign up and start uploading. No, you can sign up and view. You can sign up and view only, which I'm going to be assigning. I'm looking into getting like one or two administrators to help on the side to upload stuff. But no, as far as uploading and putting information in, no, you're not going to be able to just go put information in just because you want to. No. You'll be able to do everything.
I have concerns about your site. I think it's going to become, like this viewer is saying, a revenge database.
No, it's not
Pretty
a revenge database.
Is it going to be free?
Yes.
How can you make a computer-aided dispatch for auditors?
I said it's like that. It's not. It's where I put all my open records, basically.
Anyways, I think it sounds sketchy.
I hope that it works out, but also that it works out for everybody. Safety, pretty much.
Then don't use it. I mean, if it's sketchy, then if you think it's sketchy,
I'm trying real hard to get to all the questions. I know some will be missed, but I will read them at the end. Dingbat says, for $10, if you want to end corruption and change how funds are distributed, why would you not do so through the courts or through the legislator? I can't see you making any difference.
What do you mean by like running for office?
Yeah, like the proper way, like how people actually do change, right?
Are you talking about like running for office?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be a politician.
Or lobbying for certain things that you want.
No, I don't want to be a politician because lobbying the politics, the way and this is actually a subjective opinion, and this is the way I look at it, is that it appears that the only way that change can be made is exposure. Expose it. Show the people what they're doing and let the people make the decision on their own.
Thank you, Dingbat.
This public employee, this politician, this, whatever, this is what they're doing. Here's the documents backing it up. Here's the video backing it up. Make a decision,
But here's my concern with that. Because
do what you want to do with it.
If YouTube do that, but do it in a safe way, I mean, sort of have the new, it seems like you're trying to skirt around the safety that YouTube put in place.
The safety of what? The location of a police department?
No.
Anyways, sorry to cut you off. I'm not even sure who's talking, but Artemiv for the 1,000 HUF says, Georgia transparency. Do you even hear yourself? Listing people has some effed up history in Europe. Gestapo, AVH, Stasi. This is legit tyrannical.
Did you say Europe?
Yeah.
We're not in Europe. We're in America.
Well, Artemiv said that. No, but you can learn lessons from the rest of the world.
But we're in
America. ATL is talking about the press credentials. Sorry, we got carried away, ATL.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about
the press credentials.
Yeah, my bad. What's your What's your question on the press credentials?
Oh, no, I didn't have a question.
I'm sorry. I thought you did.
No, let's talk about it. So you're saying that you don't need a press pass, right?
No.
That anybody is the press and whatever and all
That's
that.
That's the meaning of the one of the elements of the First Amendment, freedom of the press.
Yeah.
Who's the one that issues the press credentials?
I mean, the press companies. Like.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Who issues you your freedom of speech?
My freedom of speech?
Yeah, who issues that to you?
Nobody.
Nobody issues you freedom of the press.
It's not that simple. Freedom of press. Freedom of press. Okay, I mean the laughing is it's gonna cut me off, but I'm gonna finish my sentence. No matter how much.
I'm sorry. My bad.
It's all good. Like freedom of press. I mean the press credentials help you get access to certain parts, right? For example, if the police is having a press conference, not everybody is invited. You need to be a legitimate news source to be allowed in, right?
But what if I don't want access to that?
Sorry?
What if I don't want access to that?
Then what are you talking about? Then don't show up.
Then I don't need a press pass.
If you don't want access, you're not going to. Let's say they're having a closed press conference, right? So the press pass gives you access to that conference.
Hey, yeah.
Here's that. No.
I got it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man, I got it. No, you're right. No.
Passive aggressive.
No, you're
passive aggressive.
Correct. So I'm going to need a press pass to practice the press with the police. So can you show me your pass right now for freedom of speech?
I'm not trying to get access to a restricted area. I'm not trying to. What are you talking about?
Neither am I.
No, but when people ask you what's your press pass, it's a valid question. They want to know, are you with a legitimate source of press?
Do you have a legitimate source for freedom of speech?
You're still dodging the question. You're going around. Like, for example, they want to figure out, are you a legitimate source of press? And usually legitimate source of press, they're going to make an appointment. They're going to act like real journalists. They're not
and they're regulated
show
by
up.
The FCC.
Yeah, so I gotta be regulated. So where's who regulates freedom of speech? Who regulate? Oh, you know what? Can you show me your whatever? And then you don't have to answer this. This is personal. But can you show me your proof of the religion you're allowed to practice?
I mean, you're going around all over the place. You're like deflecting. It's crazy. Like we're talking about, let's say, the press passes, the point of it is that legitimate news company will give them to their employees so they can be identified as real legitimate press. So when you go into a building or let's say a landfill or whatever, and you want to look around, they might ask you, where's your press pass? and
Okay,
you don't
and my
have
re-
one. You don't have one because you're not press. You are not press.
And my response would be, where is your speech pass? Where's your religion
And
pass?
she would ask you, what the hell are you talking about?
And then I'm
Because it
gonna
has
say, what
nothing
the
to
hell
do
are
with
you
press.
talking about?
All right, okay. All right. Well, I don't think we're gonna get anywhere with that question. Your South Alabama says burn, but I mean, I don't see the burn, to be honest, but it's all good. It's all good. I mean, I'm running towards the question. He just keeps dodging it, ATL. I don't know what to do for you, buddy. But,
I don't have a press pass, if that's what you're looking for.
Because you're not press.
But anybody can be pressed, then you can't practice whatever religion you want to.
Okay, just because they're in the same amendment doesn't mean it's the exact same thing. Like, you have to use your logic when you're looking at this.
Even see, look there. Even Vanessa, she's been hitting me, man. She's been tearing my butt up this in here. But I think there's no speech pass. It's not a thing. Exactly. There's no press pass. It's not a thing.
It is a thing. A press pass is a thing. It does exist. What are you talking about?
I know it does. No. It does exist. I'll acknowledge that it does exist, but I don't need a press pass.
So you're saying it doesn't mean anything? All right. Well,
apparently it means something. I mean, there's some people that watch that like the content that I put out. So
just like we keep going over, it's all subjective. The press pass basically is it makes you feel warm and fuzzy when you see it.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, that way you don't hurt your feelings. That's what it basically is.
Okay.
Just like freedom of speech, you don't need a freedom of speech pass because freedom of
Not the same thing at all.
I mean, we can play with words, Lana. We can dance around till it's midnight. That's all good, man. That's all good. I wouldn't expect anything else from you guys, but
real quick before we do, cut this off, would you mind answering any questions from the GT channel, from any of the
of course,
anybody that's been in here? So I mean, if anybody's got any questions, throw them up.
I'll talk about my mole.
Fraudulent troll. Yeah, let's keep it. Hey, let's keep it professional and polite.
I'm so disappointed in you, Lana. So disappointed.
Oh, did I hurt your feeling?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
I'm just disappointed. You get a 1 out of 10. I'm giving you a 1 out of 10.
Damn.
I get a 0.5.
I went to the bat for you, defending your choices.
But the whole point is
to be a transgender woman. I'm out there.
Here we go. We got a question. Where do you live?
Where do I live?
Yeah,
I live in New York.
Okay,
the state of New York. And I know where he's going with that. It's all good. It's all good. Next question. Bring it on, man. I fought for you, Lana. I fought for you.
Oh, I appreciate that, Josh.
Apparently you don't. You don't.
You do.
Okay, yeah. Sorry,
I love you, Josh.
Oh wait, we got to follow up from GCM. What about what country you live in?
America.
You didn't say it right.
I said America. Fuck yeah. You don't know if you don't know what I'm talking about with America, fuck yeah, then it's all good.
I think it's your twang.
Yeah.
Where you live in New York.
Okay, here, let me just give you my address. All right, ATL Transparency News, and then I'll invite you for dinner. Okay. All right. I'll start up the barbecue. Let me just give you my address, and then you can show up. All right. Okay.
That's very American of you. Thank you, Josh. I really am I invited too, or am I excluded?
No, I mean, sure, it's not happening, but whatever. I would have.
Now, Josh.
Hey, here's a question. Here's a question from Michael White.
Yeah.
Here's a question from Michael White. Where would you get a press pass if CNN or Fox or the newspapers went out of business and didn't give out press passes anymore?
From your news company.
So Georgia Transparency can give them out then.
No, you're not real press. You're not a real agency. You're an entertainment channel. You're an entertainment channel, just like me. You're not press, buddy. You're not press. We don't publish any stories.
It's thing,
but he's right.
Subjective. That's your opinion.
Okay, so I love all these questions. It's all the same thing. It's like, are you American? Where do you live in America? What state do you live in? What's your address? What's your legal name? How much money did you file last year? What's my social security number? Yeah, you guys are dumb, man. That's your best questions. Like, come on with something that you know I'm gonna answer, because I'm not gonna answer that.
There's a question for
You
you. What do you
guys
think about
suck,
Long
man.
Island?
What do you think about Long Island Audit? He's a fraud. He's a complete fraud. I just made a video on him this morning where he got kicked out under threat of arrest. It was hilarious. Best video ever. I think he's a fraud. And a Long Island Audit is a convict that was charged with armed battery. As soon as he went to prison, he got beat up by inmates, and then he sued the state for failure to protect him, and he lost. He is a fraud. And that's all public information. It's all, you guys can research it. It is 100% factual. Long Island is a fraud. All right, what else you got?
I didn't know about that. That's something I did not know about.
Me neither.
No, he
I didn't
is
know
a
about
convict.
that.
He was charged with
I knew he was a
armed
felon,
robbery.
but I didn't know
Yeah.
about the rest of the stuff you just said.
Yeah, he's a felon. He sued the state and he lost. Okay, I see Jake is asking about what's my wife's cooking channel. Here, hold on.
I like to cook. I mean, as a lot of the trolls, and mostly a lot of them on your channel, likes to call me fat. Actually, yeah. What is your wife's cooking channel? Because
Yeah,
I do
I'm gonna link it. Hold on.
All right.
But just so you know, if you guys write any comments that doesn't have to do with baking, it's gonna get deleted.
No freedom
Hold
of
on.
speech there. Only cooking.
But it's a baking channel. It has to do with baking.
Pot
So,
brownies or
I'm
something?
not a mod. I'm not a mod, so I probably can't put it. But it's simple, delicious desserts. Simple, delicious
Simple.
desserts. The
Simple.
avatar is a cheesecake.
Simple, delicious desserts.
Yeah.
Are you sub to her? Oh, I'm sure you're sub to her channel. Sure, I
Yeah,
can just-
378 subs. Let's get it to 400, guys. Come on.
If she's a good cook, I'll subscribe. If she can show me how to cook some stuff, I will.
Yeah,
What
her
kind-
best
what kind of-
video.
What kind of
Yeah.
stuff is she cooking, Josh?
Well, it's a baking channel, so
I know,
her
but
best.
I
what
don't
kind of
bake.
is she baking? Right. What-
Yeah, Krispy Kreme donuts in the air fryer. It's good stuff, and I've sampled every single one of these recipes. So I need to do. Since she started that, I need to spend extra time on the treadmill every day because of this channel. So, anyways, Debo's Nation had a question. Says, let's talk about bootlicker. They follow the police around. They study their policies. They record their vehicles. They go to scenes where they are. Yeah, that's true. I just got it. Yeah, that's what they are. They are licking the boots of the cops. They're just so in love with them that they follow them everywhere. Your wife is a fracker. I don't know what that means.
A fraker, like you do with the fraud or fraker. He's making fun of your frauder.
Oh, like a fake baker?
Like a baker, a
Yeah,
fraker, a
fraker.
baker. She ain't a baker. She's a fraker.
Oh no.
I thought it was him asking a question like, your wife's a baker, but then it kind of went over my head on that one. But
Yeah.
I understand that now.
Yeah. I know she's a real baker. I've tried it. I've sampled it.
And that's
So-
true. That's true. I love when you can disagree but still get along like humans. with opinions.
That's
true.
subjective. You said she cooks good. That's still subjective.
All right, Lana. You know, I'll give you a sticker for finding another thing subjective. I think we heard that word enough today.
Yeah, like it.
I mean, seriously, like, does she have a bake pass? Oh boy. Yeah, it's simple, delicious desserts. Here, let me put it on my chat. And no, she doesn't have a bake pass because she's not trying to go, in private areas and go audit people. She's baking. That's it. I mean, it's funny. It was a funny comment, but if we all have nonsense questions, I'm gonna ask my people's questions if you don't mind. Do you have any other like substantial questions that have any amount of intelligence attached to it?
I think is what it is that probably the questions that can get asked are
Stupid.
no, I wouldn't say they're stupid. It's just that you're not going to agree. We're just not going to agree.
Well, I mean,
why
so
wait?
far,
Might as well
like
give it
5 of your
a
questions had to be with where I live. So 5 of your questions were where do I live and my nationality, and you're okay. Like your people don't have anything else.
what's this your people thing? I mean, we're all Americans.
No, but I mean the people on your channel. Look, Civil Rights News Network says, can he answer my question? So what's his question? Oh, yeah. Oh, can he state something factual that makes Long Island audit a fraud? He is a fraud, man. He is a fraud because he pretends to be an activism for the Constitution, and he's not. He's a career criminal. He's a convict, and he just does it for money. Only money. He has a little kid at home, and he's willing to go out there and get arrested to make as much dough as possible. You can tell he's a fraud. And yeah, Lana is going to come up and say, that's subjective. That's subjective. Sure, that's my opinion, but that's what I I know.
Josh, that's subjective.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to ask one more question. And all right. Okay, so freedom of the press. Thank you, Dingbat, for $10. Freedom of the press has nothing to do with state nor restricting the dissemination of information like the Pentagon Papers, not your ability to go wherever you want with a camera and annoy people. Yeah, that's what they're using the freedom of press as a ticket to just go harass everybody they want. Yeah, thank you, Dingbat. All right, so let's take one more question from you guys, and I think we're going to wrap it up.
It doesn't make any sense.
Sorry?
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, using cameras that go, I can't speak for every auditor and every that does what they do. I can only speak for myself and what I do. I don't go out to harass anybody. I go out to get the facts, get content, start pulling records. And
T-Bone for $5 says Coweta county population 153,000 had 8 murders last year. Georgia transparency. How many of those do you think were by a cop?
I don't know. I don't know if that's correct information, but
T-Bone knows this stuff. But yeah, thank you, T-Bone. He doesn't know. But it's all good. So any closing remarks?
How many of those 8, I guess, yeah, I mean, let's say there are eight murders.
Rogue Nation still in the house?
How many of those 8 murderers have been prosecuted? Or are they still ongoing?
Yeah, James Blonde says, ask him about his military service. I don't think he's going to answer anything about that.
I served in the United States Army, and I'm proud of it.
Was it an honorable discharge?
Yes, it was an honorable discharge.
Okay, that's good. All right. Well, so I'll take one more question from your side, or choose a good one. I'll answer one more.
See, to me, it's you keep saying our side when Georgia, when
your channel.
It's not that. It's just we're all Americans, and I think the problem with them, one of the problems with America is everybody keeps trying to split us up. So don't say.
No, I understand. I'm just saying from your
channel.
I'm just saying from your channel.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Like we're combined. You're American. I'm American. I'm not above you. You're not above me. Everybody that lives, I'm sure there might be other people viewing that live out of the United States of America. But as far as the United States of America goes, we're Americans. You're an American. I'm an American. We all have rights. And if you don't like that, then tough. I've seen some countries and I've seen some areas that have no rights where there just aren't any. And a lot of people take their rights for granted over here in the U.S. and it's scary.
Yeah, I mean, if you see how people would have it overseas, you wouldn't be whining about not being able to go in a post office with a camera. But anyways, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Yeah, thanks for the debate. I think we should do part 2. I think you are more interesting than some other frauditors, and you deserve a part 2. But come on my channel.
Well, I'm correct. I'm logical. I make logical sense. It's not, he's right.
Amen, Rachel. We're all right. God's children.
Do what? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And I make it's logic. It's logical. Yeah. It's logical sense.
So let's do part 2 like next week or in 2 weeks, and we'll flip it around. You can restream it on your channel, and you come on mine, and we'll do it again. It'll be fun. I enjoyed it. Sounds good.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I've got an issue with that, man. This was
a lot of fun. And there's also my friend Mark Stout. I want to bring him on to debate you about limited public forum. So
we're not going to see eye to eye to that.
Yeah, I know, but that is not
that
subjective.
not
There's like case law on it, so he'll be able to talk to you about it. But you should do your research on it so you're prepared, right? So anyways, so part 2.
It looks like GCM said he would join as well.
Cool. So yeah, sounds good. So part 2, let's set it up. Let's set it up so it's set on stone, on air, nobody backs out. So let's
I'm not going to back out. If I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. And unless
let's agree to either next Thursday or Friday, and we'll talk behind the scenes on what time and what day specifically.
Hold on, let me pull up my calendar.
Yeah,
the 15th is a no-go. Well, the 22nd.
22nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good. Let's do it. 22nd.
Let's shoot for around that time frame. We may need to adjust fire left or right, but
yeah, sounds good. 22nd, part 2 on my channel, and you will stream it on yours. Sounds good, buddy. So I'm gonna head out. Lana, nice to meet you. Very disappointed, but whatever.
Okay. Well, I hope you bottom feeders have a good day. Talk to you later, Josh.
Sounds good. Enjoy your small channel while I enjoy my big one. Thank you very much.
Oh, wait, I've got more subscribers though.
That's let me see that.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, no. Stay. Whoa. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, so you have 1,000 more subscribers, and wow, you're doing good. You're doing not bad, and you're almost there at the views. All right, I thought you had a similar size as George over here. No, you're doing all right.
Anyway, Josh, enjoy your wife's cooking. Enjoy her baking channel. I hope she cooks you something good, and have a good night.
All right, you too. Take care, and same to you, Georgia. Transparency. Take care. I'll see you on the 22nd.
All right, I will holler at you.
All right, see you.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Hey, glad everybody was able to check that out. And let me see. Let me grab a copy that you read my poster 7. How about I'll call you right. Hey, J-Town, I'll call you right back. Fixing it in the stream. Fixing it in the stream out. Hey, thanks everybody. Make sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, donate if you want to donate. Don't if you don't. Like I said, I am still going to keep going, and I mean that wholeheartedly about that. Keep exposing, keep bringing, exposing this stuff to light, and be on the lookout for the next video. And Henry County, where is? I'm not sure where Henry County is. You have to rip my Henry sounds familiar. Working on a few things right now. There's a couple of, as of right now, supposedly I'm looking into some big things right now for some people. And other than that, let's smash that like button, hit it. I don't know if we've been on here for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So yeah, it's time to get off. All righty. So everybody, thank you for joining. Thank you for coming in. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Again, donate if you want to donate. Don't. There's a beta public employee information portals up and everything. I'll republish the link out and everything. Redoing the GT News Now website, restructuring it, trying to hone everything in. And by all means, check those out. I'll throw all the links in the description, and also put all the links on the Georgia Transparency website, gatransparency.com. And everybody, love y'all. Stay safe, and we will see you on the next stream. And Georgia Transparency is